Good morning. I'm Bob Friedman of Friedman Ranzenhofer Attorneys. Welcome to the August 26, 2020 edition of the Legal Survival Channel, today's legal news you can use. Months after the COVID-19 pandemic caused them to close their doors to non-essential proceedings, New York courts have begun reviving in-person jury trials, joining courts across the country that have lifted their courthouse closures to varying degrees. On August 24, 2020, New York Chief Judge Janet DeFore announced, quote, efforts to gradually and responsibly restore in-person operations in courthouses continue to go well in courts across New York State. While the number of in-person proceedings, hearings, and trials conducted so far has been limited, the overall experience has been positive and encouraging, end quote. The courts are using technology in an effort to limit courthouse traffic. Foremost among these strategies is the expansion of e-filing, particularly in high-volume courts like New York City's Housing Court. Additionally, a new group text messaging tool is being developed that court staff can use to notify parties when their cases are ready, limiting congregation in crowded courtrooms. Still, most cases will be heard virtually for the foreseeable future. Problem-solving courts, such as drug treatment courts, mental health courts, veterans courts, and community courts have also found ways to use remote technology to evaluate and admit new participants, track progress, connect participants with the necessary social services, and hold virtual graduations. The Chief Judge noted, quote, while the pandemic has intensified the problems facing many treatment court participants, and in some cases adversely affected their care systems, fortunately, treatment court judges, coordinators, case managers, and stakeholders have adjusted their operations and found new and innovative ways to connect with and support these individuals. Next, the Court of Appeals will hear oral argument in person during their September session. Health and safety protocols, including COVID screenings, mandated face coverings, and social distancing by judges and counsel in the courtroom, will be followed. Also, all 4 departments of the New York Appellate Division have scheduled both in-person and remote oral arguments for their September terms. These proceedings will be live-streamed publicly for each appellate court website. Grand juries are now functioning in all New York's 62 counties. According to the Chief Judge, grand jury summonses have gone out for the next term of court that begins on September 8, 2020. And the first petit jury summonses went out last week in the 4th, 6th, 7th, 8th judicial districts and Suffolk County. A limited number of civil and criminal trials have been scheduled for September in these same jurisdictions. Every detail of these proceedings, including the selection and seating of jurors, will be monitored to ensure full compliance with current health and safety protocols. As explained by the Chief Judge, quote, the right to a trial by jury is one of the pillars of our justice system. The courts have an obligation to restore the fundamental right as well as it is prudent and responsible to do so, end quote. For further updates on the court openings, subscribe to the Friedman and Ranzenhofer PC YouTube channel. Thank you.